Hey everybody, we're going to talk today about studying for finals, but in this unique situation that we're in. We spent the first half of the semester in the classroom, and then pretty unexpectedly we went online, and so we're dealing with an unprecedented situation, and you might have to tackle finals a little bit differently than you have in the past. So my first tip is to take a deep breath. This is probably my most important advice for you because you really have to take care of yourself during this time. So that means getting lots of good sleep, eating good food, drinking lots of water, and de-stressing when you can because your brain does not work well when it is running on fumes. My next tip is to get yourself organized. You may have notes scattered about. You might have handwritten notes when you were in the classroom back in February. Maybe you have typed notes since you've been online, or maybe you haven't even taken notes at all the second half of the semester because you've had PowerPoints to study. Whatever the case might be, get yourself in order, understand what your notes mean and how they're organized, and really focus in on what you need to study. So that way, when you do sit down to study, you're really prepared and you can just focus on the material. My next bit of advice is to make sure you understand how your books or other sources are organized. You might have some tests that are open note or open book, which sounds amazing, but if you're taking a time test and you can't find the answers because you're not organized, that really defeats the purpose. So this could be one of the most important things you do in preparing for your finals this year. Next, set up a plan. You really need to know how you are going to tackle your studies or final projects or papers. So look at those due dates, work backwards, and figure out how much time you're going to need to plan and get your stuff done. And then make sure you plan for breaks as well. A lot of science points to the fact that our brains work best when we are able to really focus for 25 to 40 minutes at a time and then give ourselves 5 to 10-minute breaks. So you can move your body, give your brain a rest, and then come back refreshed. And my last tip, but again, a very important one, is watch due dates. If you are not a person that uses a planner, now is the time to do it. So whether it's a list you make or whether you write it on the calendar, you really need to look at the due dates for each of your final projects and make sure those due dates don't pass you by, or put yourself in a situation where you find that you are writing 3 papers and taking a test all in the same day. So try to organize yourself in a way that you can get your work done, but you're not waiting to the last minute and finding yourself pretty stressed out. Good luck, everybody. Finish strong, and let's put a wrap on spring 2020.